everybody, I'm Tammy Harrison and welcome. This is Mix Live Cocktail Hour, the show that brings you delicious and amazing cocktails, a little bit of history, and of course a lot of fun. I am thrilled that you are tuned in with us today, and I'm also tuned in with my co-host and our head mixologist, the one, the only, Scott Cushman.
So good. So good.
How's it going?
So good.
Let's just get straight to it. Let's get mixing.
Yeah, no talking. Just drinking.
Just drinking.
Absolutely.
So what do you got up your sleeves today?
Well, Tammy, this week I sort of went with a this week in history kind of theme. Like what happened this week in history.
Okay.
This week in history, a major accident happened. And normally when you say that, you're like, oh dang,
like a bad accident?
Usually you would think that.
Yeah.
No, awesome accident. So one dude was sitting in his place. His name was Alex. He was sitting in his house and he let some bread just sort of mold over, right?
Like you do.
Like you do, of course.
Like
yeah,
a dude does.
Gross. Yeah, like a dude named Alex. Gross dudes named Alex. I'll often let that happen. Well, he decided to study that, and from there, Alexander Fleming found something called penicillin.
Yes.
What?
Yes.
What?
Yep.
Crazy.
Yep.
Penicillin, of course, now used to solve everything from the clap to.
Headaches.
That's all I know.
Oh.
Yeah, just the clap. It solves the clap.
Right. I know that my mum's allergic to penicillin. That's my 2 cents.
Thought your mom had the clap. No.
Definitely not.
Definitely not.
Okay.
Let
Moving
us
on.
Begin real quick by making a drink.
With penicillin.
Not with penicillin, but called the penicillin.
Ooh.
It is a Sam Ross cocktail. Sam Ross was a bartender at a bar called Milk and Honey in the 2000s. These dudes were really the ones that brought him and Dale DeGroff were really the ones that brought bartending back. So peace, love, Sam Ross. I don't know if he's dead or not.
Sam Ross.
If Sam Ross is watching. If he's watching, I'm nervous. Because he's a real deal. Now, first, in order to make this, we have to make a special syrup. To make that special syrup, we're gonna bring this guy out. This is just a hot plate. Okay. Nice and easy. We're gonna turn this on as hot as possible and get the rest of our stuff going. So in this thing, if you guys are gonna make this at home, go grab some scotch. If you have 2 different types of scotch, grab 2 different types of scotch, extra helpful. We're gonna get some lemon, we're gonna get some honey, we're gonna get some ginger. Right? Ooh. Right. So really awesome. Now you don't need to absolutely boil this water. You just need it to be sort of hot.
Okay.
Because we need to get the ginger and the honey all together, all mixed in. I think this is an exciting time because you've never watched me make a syrup. I always just bring them to you.
I've watched you make some interesting things.
Yeah.
Not syrup. That's
bad choices, a lot of bad life choices.
Yes.
Look at me.
Yes.
But yes, so we're gonna be making a syrup right now. Let me grab down here. You have the blender.
Oh, the blender.
Yeah, that'd be great. So we're gonna take some ginger. You really just know you don't need a ton of ginger. Something like this amount should do. Now, just to show you how much I brought.
You don't peel it.
Just in case. No, that's what's so great about my version of ginger syrup is we don't do any peeling of it. We also need to add some honey. Now I have honey right here. This is delicious Cali honey. So we're looking for an ounce, right about an ounce of delicious honey.
Okay.
Right, you feeling that?
I'm feeling it.
Get this out of here. Now, if you can hear, this is starting to get a little warm.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna take this and we're gonna eyeball it, right? We're gonna go about 2 ounces of water. That might be a little bit more than 2 ounces of water, but it's gonna be fine because there's so much ginger that we have going on here. And we're gonna blend.
All right.
That's it.
Right. So I won't be able to hear you for about 10 seconds.
Goodbye, Tammy. There we go. So now we have this. What we want to do, give that a smell, if you don't mind. Just get your little nozzle in there.
Ooh, that's good.
So good. We are going to.
I just love ginger in general, on everything.
Ginger, honey, all of it. We're going to get all of this ginger out of here. Give it a little stir. Now there's still ginger left in here, and that's good. That's good news. We don't want all that ginger. We're gonna put this back in here, and we're gonna repeat the process. Now, does that sound like overkill? Yeah. sounds a little overkilly. But what we're doing is actually we're putting less ginger in this time with more honey because ginger will punch you in the face. It will bury you in the desert.
It's pretty easy to overdo it.
It's very easy to overdo with ginger,
Yeah.
but honey is always delish. So we're gonna put about the same amount of honey in there. Yummy.
Oh, is this gonna be like runny honey?
Tammy, I love you.
It just hit me.
It's gonna be
just
like
hit me.
runny honey. All the
This seems
things.
so familiar.
When I met Tammy, she was just a little lost Austrian,
Little
running
girl.
around the streets of Hollywood.
Yeah, with my dirndl on.
Nothing to do. She had her lederhosen, just
No, that's what the men wear.
hosing in her
The
leder.
lederhosen is what the men wear, the dirndl is what the women wear.
Does anybody care?
You know?
Please vote if you care about the specifics of German tradish wear. We're gonna blend this guy one more time. There we go. We have so much ginger, so much honey all the way in here. But we're gonna get all of that ginger out of here one more time. Give that a smell. You can smell a lot more
it's not-
honey.
yep. But a hint of ginger.
With a hint of ginger, a ginger hint. We're going to get this out of Neil.
Clearly Fleming had really not, like he had a lot of time on his hands. First he lets his bread go moldy, and then he thought, why don't I experiment around with this mold?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean,
It's interesting, really.
I
but
think that you
just
were.
a quick side thought, but anyway.
I think it was astute that you said that's exactly what a dude would do.
Yeah.
Because I've definitely walked into my apartment and been like, ooh, mold. Poke, poke, poke. Like, what am I doing? Why am I poking
Okay.
mold? There's none in there anymore, ladies. Now we have a ginger honey syrup. And now we begin.
Okay.
So let's grab this guy right here. And we are going to put in, to begin with, some scotch. Scotch. The first scotch we're going to be putting in is going to be a blended scotch. Blended scotch means that it is a blend of different scotches
Gotcha.
all together. That's
All right.
a pretty brief explanation. I'm sure
Okay.
scotch heads are like, oh, Scott, you're killing me with your explanation. We're going to be putting in 2 full ounces right in there. We're then going to squeeze a lemon into here. So the juice of 1 full lemon is going to be necessary for us.
It's pretty easy to make at home because you hear like, oh, make your own ginger honey syrup. You're like,
And
but you just saw it's actually pretty simple
to be honest,
make, isn't it really? I mean,
Yeah, and to be honest, most people, I feel like they're like, oh, I want to make ginger syrup. They go online and everyone's like, you gotta peel it first. You ever peeled ginger?
I have.
It's the worst.
It is.
It's the
Yeah,
worst.
it's like peeling a shitty potato.
Yeah. Ginger is like peeling a shitty potato.
Yes.
Yes. Line of the day.
Excuse my French.
We're going to be putting in a full ounce plus
Yep.
of that honey ginger syrup, and then we are going to shake this bad boy. Now, I mentioned another scotch. It has not come into it yet, but I will explain that here in a second. Now, I'm going to shake this. Watch the Tammy dance.
I'm gonna
Ready?
dance.
Here comes the Tam Tam.
not ready.
1,
It's not
2,
ready.
1, 2, 3, 4.
It's a long shake. Voila.
Voila, et voila. Anybody that is a cocktail person knows that this is going to be very similar to a drink that is called the Gold Rush, also invented by Sam Ross. He was, turns out to be a kind of a one-trick pony. I know that I was way into him just a second ago, but we are now going to take all this liquid, throw it into this glass.
Okay. Strain it out. Okay, so no ice cubes in the finished.
No ice cubes
Product.
in the finished penicillin. Right there, and we are going to garnish with a lemon twist over here, once around.
Beautiful.
Throw it in here, and then we are going to give it the last little bit, the penicillin bit. We're going to take some of this stuff. Now this, can't buy it like this.
Okay.
This is an Isla Scotch. If I spray you in the face with it,
Yeah, huh?
yeah, there we go. Very smoky.
A whiskey smoky perfume.
Yes, it's whiskey smoky perfume. That's what it is. Whiskey smoky perfume. What this stuff is it's actually scotch that is made on the islands. All this does is it gives it a very smoky flavor so that we're not going to be tasting it. We're just gonna get our big noses in there. Big old whiff, and now we have a delicious cocktail called the penicillin. I'm gonna pass that off to you so that you can tell me what you think.
First of all, it's really pretty.
Cheers.
The penicillin.
Yeah.
Yes. It smells of what I already have up my nose.
Right, because I sprayed it on you. Remember that?
But it smells
Remember 2 minutes ago, right?
Yes.
Where I reached across the thing and sprayed you with the liquid? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh. Ooh, girl.
Little things happening here in my mouth.
Yeah. Uh-oh. We're gonna
You're right. I thought, honestly, I was like, oh, that's a lot of ginger.
Yeah.
And it's not. It's just a little.
Just the right amount.
Just the right amount.
Of ginger. Yeah.
Just the right amount of lemon. And I like it that you're actually smelling something completely different to what you're tasting. It's quite confusing. This is great. This is yummy. Everyone's having some fun, so let's continue having fun.
I'm gonna pass
Or it might go terrible now because I'm gonna be making something.
Well, yes, that is often. I think we're looking for good trouble, and Tammy, it's called the ideal cocktail. And since this was invented in 1916, it's gonna follow a lot of the
1916?
1916.
Oh.
It's an old one.
Okay.
Since it was invented back there, it's gonna go with a lot of conventions that old cocktails had. So one of those conventions is going to be
booze.
Is gonna be gin.
Ah.
Yeah, it's gonna be gin. So you're gonna do 1 full jigger of gin. Now we have to add 2 different types of vermouth. Vermouth is, of course, a type of wine. So if you reach behind you, you have a dry vermouth. This is called, on the bottom on your left, right there, Martini Rossi.
This one?
Yep, right there. That is a French style of vermouth. It is because it is dry. So we're gonna be putting in the same amount of a dry vermouth. So 1 full jigger. It's like more fun wine is what vermouth is. And then we are going to be adding another type of vermouth. This is sweet vermouth. This is a sweet red vermouth.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So this is technically called an Italian vermouth. We're gonna be doing the exact same amount.
Okay, well, easy peasy.
Exact same
far.
amount. All the way.
Geez.
Oh, Tammy, good work. Good work. We are then going to be adding some of this stuff. This is my favorite stuff. Thank you. This is called Luxardo Maraschino.
Yeah.
It's made from cherries.
Love it.
You're gonna go to that little dash right there. So you're looking for about half of an ounce. We're making 2 of these.
Oh, half.
Tammy's making 1 for me too.
Okay.
So half an ounce, about a quarter of an ounce if you're not.
Okay.
Word?
Yes.
And then we are going to
way less than my pour.
We are then going to be squeezing some grapefruit juice. And you are going to squeeze this grapefruit juice into the small ounce, so about 3/4 of an ounce.
Hand?
By hand. Try and fill that guy up. Yeah, almost. Oh, so good, Tammy. Nailed it. Beautiful. So go ahead and pour that guy in there.
Yeah.
We're gonna blend this bad boy all over the place.
Well, how's this gonna work?
You have it right there.
Oh.
Yeah, there you go.
So,
How is it gonna work? It's a blender.
no, I didn't see,
That's what
I didn't
it
see
does.
the lid.
It goes like this. It goes like this. It goes.
Let me turn this on so I don't hear you anymore. Okay.
All right.
All
Ready?
right.
Now wait. Does that
No,
mean I
wait,
get to
it's
do the
not
Tammy
okay.
dance now? I'm gonna do the Tammy dance.
No, wait, it's not. Is that enough?
That's good.
Oh.
Cheers.
Cheers.
One more
Did
Tammy
I make
dance.
it well?
One more Tammy dance.
Did I make it
Tammy
well?
dance. Tammy
Well, I
dance.
love
You did
slushy
so
drinks.
good.
Ooh, this is yummy.
You did so good. Woof. Woof.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
I can imagine this being a slightly sneaky drink though, because the alcohol kind of kicks on.
You know, I
the
did
back
forget.
end.
I did forget one ingredient.
What?
To be honest, this drink always came with a side of almonds.
Really?
It did.
Why?
Well, I don't.
No one knows.
I don't know. Yeah, it came with a side of almonds because it's the
maybe-
ideal cocktail. So this is how it would be served. So serve this. Put your almonds on the side. Take a drink and
Yeah.
eat an almond.
Marie compliments it really well. I mean, it does.
Brings out the salt.
It actually does.
Find everything.
I like the salt in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I might eat more almonds.
That's good. This is now
Yeah.
what I call
Yeah.
the mix of the week.
Yes. In this week in history, another accident happens.
Oh, no.
And this one a bad one. A young man named James was flying down the road in his Porsche.
Yeah.
He hit a Toyota and he died. Do you know which James I'm talking about? Mr. James Dean. Mr. James Dean died this week in 1955. James Dean was in all kinds of great movies, 3 of them, I believe.
All great 3 movies.
He was in great 3 movies. Rebel Without a
Rebel Without a
Cause.
Cause,
Yeah.
yeah.
There was.
And the other 2 that no one knows.
There was, well, dang, because my other drink is named after one of those.
Oh.
There was also another one about a horse. And then there was my favorite James Dean movie, which is called East of Eden.
Oh, called East of Eden.
It's a John Steinbeck novel.
Yep.
What I wanted to
Yep.
do was sort of create a cocktail that had a lot to do with being from California, with having like fresh fruits from the pickers and the, you know, if you ever read a John Steinbeck novel, it's just basically a farmer porn. So we're going to build this cocktail. We're going to start off with a split base. The split base is going to be some gin and some vodka. So let's build. Let's build away. We're going to take this
That's not that common, right? That you mix gin and vodka?
It really isn't. There's a couple really famous ones where that you do it with. There's the Vesper Martini that has vodka and gin. But for the most part, no, you don't find a lot of cocktails that have that going on.
What do you need?
Yeah, can I have my jigger back? Thank you.
Sure.
Perfect. And so we're going to be putting in a full ounce of vodka. Tiki pour. Hashtag tiki pour. And we're going to match that with some gin. This is Forge gin.
All right.
It's kind of a nice London dry gin. Really what I wanted was to bring in some of the botanicals in this, but also let the other flavors sort of fly. That's why I split the base on this. Now, the other ingredients are going to be some grapefruit juice. We're going to be putting in 3/4 of an ounce. Now it's my turn to get myself all nice.
I'm just here just sipping on your first drink.
3/4 of an ounce. So we have this one. Oh, we're now going to reach for this stuff. And the reason that we're reaching for this stuff is because every time I've been to a bar in California, somebody has asked me, do you have Saint Germain behind the bar? Saint Germain is kind of a fun little liquor. The story is this is the son of a winemaker, and the guy that created Canton, which is a ginger liqueur, is also the son of a winemaker. And the dudes hated each other. And
rivals.
so they like split off and started fighting. That seemed like a really good bit of history that would also be in a John Steinbeck novel. So I went with that. We're gonna be putting in 1/2 of an ounce of Saint Germain. If you find another elderflower liqueur, good luck. I would say stick with Saint Germain.
Is that the most common one?
It's probably the most famous one, yeah. I would say right around there.
And it's good too, so.
It's so nice.
Yeah.
It's so nice.
I like elderflower in general.
Who doesn't?
We used to have elderflower syrup as kids that you just dilute with a little bit
How
of
would you
water.
use that?
Well, I don't know. You get the syrup.
No, I'm sorry. Do you like put it on pancakes?
You drink it. You put water in it. You dilute it. And
Oh,
yeah.
like
it's called a
like Austrian.
Holundersaft.
Yeah, of course.
It's
Called Holundersaft.
Holundersaft.
We're gonna be putting in the juice of 1 lemon.
Yeah.
We want something nice and fresh that comes out. And we are going to give this guy a shake. There is not a lot of sweetness in here. We're gonna be adding sweetness at the very last bit.
Okay.
So let's give this a shake. The sweetness is actually gonna come from a California wine. Right here. We are gonna be putting this guy into one of these big bad boys.
Okay.
That is how big this cocktail is gonna be. So we're gonna pump and dump. We're gonna put that right there, and we are going to. What's that?
There's nothing really to strain.
Nothing to strain. There's nothing in there to keep out, and we do want some of that crushed ice because we will be adding champagne to
Love
this.
it.
Yes. So we're gonna do our customary 6 twists of the cage. Everybody has to do it. Somebody has the patent on that.
The way to do it is you shake the bottle like it'd be the Formula 1 races. That's how you.
There we go. That's how you do it. You're supposed to do it with almost no. You're supposed to do it with a hiss.
Happy New Year! That was exciting.
We're gonna pour this in here, and we're gonna give this one a bit of a garnish. Do you want to have a quick garnish race with me? Do you want to see who can make the thing the quickest?
The thing?
So yeah, so I'll take that. I'll give you a head start.
Okay, hold on, I'll do the other side. How long?
Huh? Just as long as you can make it.
How long is a piece of string, Scott?
Just as long as you can make it, Tammy.
As long as I can make it, really? Well, that's a bit of a joke, isn't it? I mean, who has one of those?
I win! I win! Yeah!
I was wondering what the hell that was.
So this, of course, is not how it should look. This is the hilarious version. I think if you can just put one of these guys in here, just take whatever part you can, get in here like this. Maybe take this apart, take this right here, wrap it around your finger.
Yeah. Pull
this apart, and you can throw this into your cocktail. Hopefully it will sink a touch. Everybody sink. I'm gonna pass this off to you there, Tammy. This is called the East of Eden.
Cheers.
Cheers to you, Tammy. Let me get this ridiculousness out of here.
Oh yeah. You can make about 18 more drinks with that. Or tie your shoes. If you need shoelaces.
I don't know what I was gonna do with that.
If you need shoelaces, we got some.
I thought that would be fun. What do you think?
I like it.
Yeah, it's good, right?
It's kind of strange because you do, even though vodka is a blank canvas, you do kind of get a little bit of that vodka taste.
I agree.
Obviously, you taste the gin, and it's refreshing.
Yeah, it's nice, right?
Yeah, I can imagine sitting somewhere in the sun and getting a tan drinking this.
Sure.
Yeah, I like it.
Beaten by a big simpleton.
A what?
It's from a John Stein. It's from another John Steinbeck novel. That's sort of what I was thinking. I feel like this is the simpleton that's gonna beat you to death. That's what I feel like this drink is supposed to represent.
Yes, that's exactly how I imagine drinking this
I'm just
drink,
trying
Scott.
to increase the way that we talk about drinks. This is the simpleton that beats us to death. There we go.
Fantastic, yes.
All right.
All right, you guys, that is a wrap from us. I hope you enjoyed yourselves here. This was Mix Live from me, Tammy Harrison, and Scott Cushman. Until next time, cheerio.
Cheers.